How to use a CPAP in your RV, coming right up. Hey there, how are you? Dr. Dave, the RV Dummy. This is actually part 2 in a little short series. The first one was called something like Panic in the RV, and I explained how over a period of time, my health started deteriorating because of kind of like an undiagnosed condition called obstructive sleep apnea. Now, if you're ready to turn this off and say this is not for you, I just want to warn you, I'm not saying that you have it, but it's very serious, and 80% plus, 80% or more of the people walking around that have something called obstructive sleep apnea are totally undiagnosed. Just to recap, you can watch my initial video, part 1 in the series. It's on the playlist. But just in case you don't want to go through that whole thing again, I was having some pretty major issues as far as anxiety. My blood pressure was going up. I just wasn't feeling right. I was fatigued. I didn't feel like I could get stuff done. It was horrible. It was going on over a period of time. And I originally was fitted with a oral, like a mouth appliance that supposedly would take care of this whole situation, but it really did not, and I kept getting worse and worse and worse. So now, as promised from last video, and sorry if my sound quality is not stellar today, but I can't use any of my earbuds or my microphone because I'm going to be sharing some things with you that I need to put over my head, and so it's going to be a mess. Not really a mess, but you'll see what I mean. So I'm just speaking directly into my recorder, my computer, and the sound quality might not be perfect, let's say, but bear with it, it's going to be fine. So these days, for the past couple months at least, I have been sleeping with a CPAP, and in case you're not familiar with what that means or what it is, CPAP stands for continuous positive air pressure. It's a device, like a little box like this. I'm going to show you exactly what it does. One day, if you're not using it now, you may need this to save your life. I'm not kidding. This is very serious. So I sleep with this every single night. Now, normally it's just set up in my bedroom when I'm not in the RV, and just so easy. I'll show you how to do it now. I do have 2. Very, very, very easy to travel with. You can see you can practice with. It's light. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. This is one of my 2 CPAPs that I got. I'll show you exactly what it looks like, how easy it is to use, and we can do this together. So the first thing that comes out of the package is kind of like the hose and the mask, which I'm going to set to the side. I'm going to show you that in just a few minutes. By the way, unfortunately, this is a really, really powerful appliance, instrument, device, whatever you want to call it, that really does save lives. And unfortunately, because of some people don't want to wear a mask every night, I'm going to share with you the kind I use. It's so super comfortable. I don't even know it's on. But 50% or more of the people that are prescribed a CPAP or CPAP therapy give up after a short amount of time just because they can't use it, it's uncomfortable, they can't sleep, they don't give it the proper chance. And I went through that also, and it was really, really, really difficult the first few weeks. I mean, really tough. I was struggling, I couldn't sleep, it was just not good. But I am one that takes my health very seriously, and I persisted, and I got into this, and now I'm using it every night comfortably, and my results have been really, really super good. So as I'm opening this thing up, I'll show you what comes out of it. Here's like the main CPAP machine. Now, it might look big and kind of scary and bulky, but it's actually really light. It's pretty darn light. This is part of it. And although I don't really use the second part, you have to kind of hook it up for the thing to work. So it's a humidifier. I've tested both ways, and I'm totally fine and comfortable without using the humidifier part, but it just snaps into place like this. So that's what the CPAP looks like put together. I'm not going to take time to get up and plug it in. I've already pre-plugged it in to an outlet, so I'm just going to plug this part into the actual device itself, into the back of the CPAP. Once I do that, it should light up, ready to go. The only thing I still have to do is plug in my hose. So let's do that right now. And I'm gonna put this down just so you won't be able to see it for a second. But here's the hose. We're going to plug this side in. Again, this is all really easy. I learned this pretty much on my own because of COVID. The people that dispensed this couldn't really give me like detailed lessons. They said just go on YouTube and look at it. And it's actually really, really, really simple. But here's the way you plug the hose right into the back of the snaps in place, just like that. You heard it click in place. Okay, now we are pretty much ready to go. So let's just say I'm in the RV. I put this on a shelf somewhere kind of next to the bed. It can't really sit. It should be below where you're sleeping. So in other words, it should be on the floor or lower than your head. But it should not also be on anything carpeted. It should be like on a solid surface. That's really the best. I'm going to put it just right down here. Lay it down. And you can see right here. Now, here comes the fun part. I'm going to take my glasses off because I'm going to put this mask on. As I said, I've experimented with types of masks that fit over your whole nose and mouth, and it's like you're in a rocket ship, and to me, it was super, super, super uncomfortable. I found it very confining and very, very difficult to sleep with, and it was really easy to break the seal, so you turn a little bit, air starts leaking out all over the place. This is just, the CPAP is really just it's a constant flow of kind of like a nice fresh stream of air that, and the purpose of it is, so when you're lying down, sometimes you'll go into these stages in your sleep where your soft tissue, your tongue, your soft palate, or something else, some type of soft tissue will block your airway and you won't be able to breathe. And it could either last for a very short time or much longer. This device feeds positive pressure into your airway, which with the positive pressure of the air, the flow of air keeps everything open, wide, and you're getting enough oxygen in the evening. If you don't get enough oxygen when you're sleeping, there can be some serious, serious trouble. And I started to actually get some of that trouble. So this is really simple. I slip this mask on, and I do this every night, like I said. It becomes so easy, but I slip it on just like this. This is called a nasal pillow, by the way. This doesn't cover my whole face. This goes just right underneath my nose, and it's got like a little opening which feeds air into my nose. Now, you do have to sleep with your mouth closed if you use a nasal cushion. If I open my mouth, air is going to start like coming out. It's really a weird thing, but I'm not a mouth breather. I can easily sleep all night just breathing through my nose. So here we go. Ready? I'm going to put it. Here's how long it takes to put on. Literally, that was about 3 seconds. I'll move this out of the way. And this is automatic. As soon as it texts that this is on and I'm starting to breathe, this machine will turn on by itself. So let me go ahead and start to breathe through my nose. I don't think it detected it yet, but it will. Okay, now it's on. So now I can't really talk like this, but because when I open my mouth, air comes out. So you're not really supposed to talk once it's on, but I will. This is weird because I've never talked with it, but I feel the air gently coming into my nose. This is it. Since the tube comes from the top, I can move around at night, and it doesn't get in the way. It's beautiful. I mean, I can sleep on my side, on my stomach. Nothing's in the way. Sorry, I can't really talk. But this is it. Okay? So I'm turning it off for a second so I can continue talking to you. Excuse me a second. Okay, it's off now. Sometimes, I'll tell you, this has got to be so comfortable. I'm so used to it. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I think to myself, oh, damn, I forgot to put my CPAP on. Damn, I missed the night. But then I realize it's been on it's just so comfortable and so light, I don't even know it's on. But this has been super, super, super effective in keeping my airway open, keeping my tissues and body oxygenated at night when I'm sleeping, either at home or in the RV. I've also got in case we're boondocking and we don't have any kind of hookups, I've got an external battery pack that plugs into this and gives me 2 good nights before I have to recharge it. 2 good nights of CPAP therapy without even having to plug it in. I should have brought it into the video, but I don't have it with me right now. But it's a little battery. It's like, that's so big. It's a little bit on the heavy side. But it's got enough power once it's charged to supply 2 nights of CPAP power. And Yoko and I are going to be going on a little trip in a couple of days, which one night will be somewhere we won't have any power at all. I'm going to be using that. So that's kind of my story. The most important part of the story is not really how to use a CPAP. It's not really, the most important part is not what it looks like, because it is what it is. And there are different types out there. I won't even go into that on this video. It's not that important. The doctor has to set the pressure and prescribe the right pressure, and they set the pressure. However, sometimes it's not exactly the pressure you need. And I immersed myself in this whole culture and watched a ton of videos, and now I know how to tweak the pressure myself on the unit. So I'm kind of in charge, and I can see my results and get the best result possible. Again, you might not be using a CPAP right now. You might not have obstructive sleep apnea. You might not think you have obstructive sleep apnea, and I was in that same group of people. I thought I was super healthy. However, once I started coming down with some of these crazy medical issues, thank God nothing got so bad that it got out of control. But I can honestly tell you, this unit has saved my life and is saving my life. If I did not have this, and I just continued the way I was going, who knows? Who really knows what would have happened? It's super important. If you have any concern whatsoever that you might have obstructive sleep apnea, even if you have gastric reflux, sinus congestion, you're always coughing and things just don't feel right, you should get tested for obstructive sleep apnea, because there's so many reasons why people have it and why it exists. And I'm not a specialist in this, although I've immersed myself in the culture and I know it pretty well. But the main point is 80% of people walking around that have it don't know it. And then another percentage that know they have it refuse treatment or can't comply with treatment, which is really a shame. It is very, very dangerous and very serious. It's helping my RV life. It's helping my life in general. I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to come back on pretty soon. I'm going to do a part 3, because there are 3 main things I've done in my RV life, in my general life. 3 main things I've done that have taken me from somebody that was really going through some really, really, really bizarre medical issues to where I am right now, feeling much better, much better. I'm going to share the 3 things with you on my next video, and that'll probably be the entire series, part 1, part 2, and part 3. So stick with me. If you're brand new, I hope you subscribe. Everything I talk about is not about RVs. It's generally I'm an RVer. My group of people here that follow me are mainly RVers, but a lot of them are people that don't yet have an RV but are interested in the lifestyle. But we also talk about a lot of pure lifestyle things that you don't really have to have an RV to even understand. So I'm the RV dummy, even though we don't always talk RV talk. I hope that makes sense. I'm not sure if it does. But anyway, hit subscribe. I think it's down there. Yeah, it might be down there. I'm not sure. There's a subscribe button somewhere. And if you think this video has been beneficial in any way, I always appreciate thumbs up and likes. It always does help the channel. Until next time, I am Dr. Dave, and I totally am the RV dummy. And pretty soon, I think they're going to be calling me Mr. CPAP, or the CPAP dummy, or the RV CPAP, or something. I don't know. Talk to you soon. Bye.